So we are finishing chapter 7 today. So this is day 10 of the notes. This picks up right where day 9 stopped. So yesterday we stopped after example 6. This one just starts right at example 7. So example 7 says that Brian paid $14.25 for a new calculator. If the original price was $15, what percent did he save? So that's like asking the amount, the percent of the discount. So if we want the percent that was taken off to end up over here, what do we need here? Well, we're going to put an X here. So if this gives us the percent that was taken off the price, we need the amount that was taken off the price. They have to represent the same thing. So if my answer is going to be the percent that he saved, the number over here needs to be the amount that he saved. So you would have to take the original price minus the $14.25. He saved 75 cents. That's what we use when we cross multiply. Yes?
How do you know when you need to subtract the original?
It just depends what they're asking you for. So like on this one, do you see how the last few words said what percent did he save? So if this is going to be the percent saved, this needs to be the amount saved. Well, if it cost this much and he paid this much, to find out how much he saved, you'd have to subtract. So you just got to, honestly, I read the problem like 3 times before I decide. Like, what are they asking me for? What am I looking for? What do I already know? And then you got to kind of piece it all together. There's not really a shortcut. All right, so there's my X. When you cross multiply, the multiplying by 100 just causes your decimal to jump back. So you end up with 15x equals 75. So what's X?
5.
So he saved 5%. All right, here is example 8. This says Tim bought a pair of shoes for $35. In addition, he paid $1.40 in taxes. What was the percent of the tax that he paid? Hold on. So, do we know the original price of the shoes? Yes, that goes on the bottom. Now, let's pause and read it again. I'm just going to read the last line. What was the percent of the tax that he paid? So, I want this number to be percent tax. So this number needs to be amount tax. Do I currently know the amount that he paid in the tax? Yes. So this one, we don't need to do anything special. That's the amount we were given. To add them, that would be the total. So if you add them, sort of like what she was saying, if you add them and you put that number in, you'd end up with 100 whatever the percent is, and then you could take it from 100%. I think you're doing a little more than you need to, because this one they did give us the correct thing. So again, read that last line a few times. What are you looking for? If you're looking for percent tax, you need amount tax. If you're looking for percent discount, you need amount discount. If you're looking for percent paid, you need amount paid. Okay? All right, cross multiply. Again, multiplying by the 100 here just causes the double jump. So what we need to do is 140 divided by 35. And you get 4. So this was a 4% sales tax. That is pretty good for sales tax. Now, you would have caught your mistake because your answer would have been 104, and you don't pay 104% sales tax. That's crazy.
But wouldn't you subtract 100 then?
The way she was doing. I'm just saying you would catch yourself at the end because your answer wouldn't make sense.
How did she write that? As like the total minus?
I would not encourage you to do it that way because she had to add at the beginning and subtract at the end, where we didn't have to do either. Because they gave us the correct amount on this
How
one.
did she write the equation down?
Her equation would have looked the exact same as ours. Just the numbers would be bigger.
If you wanted to get it that way, it would be 30.
Right, so you'd put 36.4 in the top left, and you'd end up with 104 on the top right, and then you'd realize, whoops, I need to take out the original price, and then 4% of it would have been tax. But again, I wouldn't, especially when they're giving us all the right information, so I wouldn't go in circles like that. I would try to use what you're given when you can. Questions? I mean, it's a nice coat.
My dad found a coat like that for free.
Wow.
Yeah, it still had the tag on it and everything, but somebody left it in the lost and found for over 3 months. So like
Finders keepers.
yeah, so I just worked the policy is for if it's after 2 months of being in the lost and found, then it's renamed.
Wow.
And my dad like shoved it all the way to the bottom so that in case somebody else found it, like if the person came in looking for it, he was gonna go get it and give it to him. But if that person didn't come in.
This whole story is on YouTube, by the way. I want to send it to your dad's boss.
I mean, my dad, he already.
You're in so much trouble. I'm just kidding.
He already knows about it.
You got to tell me to pause before you tell a story. All right, example 9. A coat. If you're paying for coats and not stealing them for lost and found, the coat costs $350. Okay, serious time. There's a coat. It costs $350. It has a sales tax of 7.5%. What was the final cost? So, again, there are different approaches. You can add and subtract things at different times. This is not the only way to do this, but I believe this to be the simplest way to do this. So, the original price, we're locked in there, $350. Now, what am I asked to find? The final cost. So if I want this to be the final amount, then this should be the total that was paid in percent. Okay? So, final price paid, I need the total percent paid. You pay the full 100%. And you pay the 7.5%. So if you want this to represent the price that was paid after tax, then you need to add the tax to the 100%. Okay? Does that make sense? Now, the alternative way would be to find what 7.5% is and then add that to the 350. You can do that. Or you can do it this way. Either way, you're adding something to the original. You can add it in the percents and it will take care of it. You can add it after you find the 7.5% and take care of it that way. I just like to do it up front so that I don't forget at the end. It's easier to just kind of take care of business at the beginning. Okay? So let's go ahead and cross multiply. Can someone tell me what 350 times 107.5 is?
37,600.
Okay, I hear a lot of you saying the same number, and I agree. Okay, and then divide both sides by 100. We are talking about money here, so $376.25. This is one like, okay, I know you're not a scientist in a laboratory making acid solutions, right? So in those types of problems, it might be hard for you to stop and be like, is this realistic? But this is a really good one to stop and say, is this realistic? Is it realistic if you're buying a $350 coat, imagine yourself at the store, and the cashier says $376.25. To me, that's realistic. It's high. It's on the high end, but it's realistic. A lot of you on the quiz had your decimals in the wrong spot. So let's say you got 37. Would it be realistic that a $350 coat would cost you $37 after tax? No. Or you'd say $3,762. That would obviously not be realistic either. So like I was saying, some of these word problems, I know they're kind of far-fetched, hard to imagine. These are really easy. You've all bought clothes before. You all kind of know how sales tax works in general. So stop before you box it in and think, is this even in the realm of possibility? And if it's not, rework the problem, check the decimal spots, okay? All right, this is, I believe, our final example of Chapter 7. Woo! All right, a television costs $128 and has a discount of 6%. What is the final cost? It's either a really nice coat or a really crappy TV. Maybe you have to buy the coat to get the TV. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so the original goes on the bottom. So what's going down there? 128. Okay, now I am asked to find what is the final cost. So if I want this to be the cost of the coat, the amount I pay for the coat, this needs to be the percent that you're paying for the coat. You are paying whatever we're buying in this example. So if this is the price paid, this is the percent paid. So you need to have 94 there. Everyone get, that's the hardest part. Discount you take off. But decide what you're looking for. If it asks you the amount of the discount, you'd keep the 6%. If it asks you the final price, you subtract it to find the percent that you paid. Okay? Cross multiply. What's 128 times 94? Josh.
12,032.
12,032. Now divide that by 100, so just the double jump back. And you pay 120.32. Again, pause. If I'm getting a small discount on an item that costs $128, is it realistic that the final price would be around $120? That's realistic, okay? If you get 1,200, or if you get 12, you've obviously got some decimal issues, okay? What? Yeah, discount. Tax. Yeah, kind of the blanket term would be percent word problems or percent change. All right, here comes your homework.